I'm June Jewell. I'm really excited to tell you about my new book, Find the Lost Dollars: 6 Steps to Increase Profits in Architecture, Engineering, and Environmental Firms. In the book, I lay out 6 steps that you can use to improve your business. We're going to take a look at those 6 steps and hopefully get you excited about how you can use them to improve your business. First step is to calculate your company's metrics. And in the 6 steps, I focus on just 3 metrics. There are probably dozens of metrics you could use to measure the success of your business, but I find that it's very helpful to focus on 3 core metrics, which will allow you to measure them easily and track them over time. First, there's your win rate, and this is how good your company is at doing your marketing, how many proposals you're winning based on the number of proposals you're sending out. Second of all is your utilization. How well are you managing your resources and utilizing your people? And third is your project profit margin. Are you making the money on each project that you expected to make? And by looking at these 3 metrics and figuring out where you stand at the beginning of this 6-step process, you can look over time and see how you're improving. In the second step, we calculate the 1% change in your metrics. And what that does is give you a feeling for how large an increase 1% would make if you were able to make that kind of a change in your business. For example, if you were to have a 1% increase in your win rate, what would that mean to your business? It could mean $100,000 or $200,000. Just kind of gives you an idea of the value of making some of these changes. And by looking at each of the 3 metrics, you can start to understand where the biggest impact could have on your business. In step 3, we take a deep dive into your business. We look at your processes, your systems, and your people. You might have the best processes in the world, but if your people aren't following them or don't know how to do their jobs very well, then your company's not going to be as effective as it could. You might have great processes, but your systems may be terrible and may require that your people do a lot of extra work to get their job done. So we're going to take a deep dive look at that. We're going to look at what goes on in your business every day. How are proposals actually put together? What templates are your people using to do their estimates? And how are projects actually being managed on a day-to-day basis? Based on that information that we've put together from this assessment, through interviews and looking at everything that's going on in your company, we're going to come up with a plan. We're going to say, okay, now we know what our metrics look like and how we want to try to fix these problems that we have. We're going to organize this information into categories. What do we really need to do in order to fix some of these problems? I recommend you stay really focused on what's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck, what's going to give you the most money that you're going to get from making these changes. The next step is to actually implement this plan, and this is really hard. This means making changes in your company and your people and getting them to follow new processes and procedures. It may mean having to do things that you haven't done before, like requiring people to do their timesheets every day, or sticking to a more defined process for budgeting projects. We're going to look at things that you need to do with your people, like training programs, changing those processes, and maybe implementing some new systems. So it's a lot of work, but I think you're going to see there could be a really significant payoff in the end. The last step is to measure your progress. We're going to take those metrics again and look at them in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and see where the improvements are being made and what other things you're going to need to tweak and assess in order to improve your business processes and management. I hope this has been really helpful for you, and I look forward to hearing from you after you've read my book.